Shubhodayam. Welcome to all for yet another session on Vedas as part of the certificate course on Sanatana Dharma, the seventh batch organized by Veda Samskruti Samiti and in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidyapit. So, Dr. Tripati will be joining us shortly. We'll go ahead with our routine. I request Venkatnarayan Garu to sing the national song, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Suphalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Shamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनीं फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वंदे मातरम
Vande Mataram. Dhanyavadalu, Venkatnarayan Garu, for the nice start. Now I request K.K. Sharma ji to do the pradhana, please.
We start with the 1-minute meditation followed by chanting of Om 3 times. Chanting of Om. Om Gananam Tva Ganpati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupshavastamam Jyeshta Rajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspat Anah Shrunvannuti Bhisidhi Sadhanam Om Shri Mahaganadhipatye Namaha. ओम प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजनीवती धीनाम वित्र्यवतु। ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरुवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरौ। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुभ्यो
गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम।
हरि ओम।
धन्यवाद शर्मा जी for the nice prarthana. Now I request Krishna Mohan Tripati ji, Dr. Krishna Mohan Murari Tripati ji to continue with the his lecture, please.
नमो सर्वेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम विश्वं दर्पण दृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वागीशाद्याः सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमे यन्नत्वा कृतकृत्याः स्युः तन्नमामि गजाननम्। अस्यां कक्षायां वेद संस्कृत समिति एवंच मम पक्षतः सर्वेभ्यः धन्यवादः व्याहरामः। So now I'm going to welcome you. Yesterday we completed our Chanda, Vyakarana, Nirukta, and today we have to understand Kalpa and other Vedaangas. So yesterday we completed Shiksha and Vyakarana, Nirukta and Chanda. And today we have to understand about the Kalpa Shastra. कल्प्यते समर्थ्यते यागः प्रयोगो अत्र इति कल्पः इति आचार्यैः व्याख्यायतम्. Today we have to understand about what is the meaning of kalpa. So kalpa means rituals. The other Vedanga is kalpa, rituals, which is called the arms of the Veda Purusha. Chandaha padau tu vedasya hastau kalpotha patyate jyotisha nainam chakshuhu niruktam shrotra uchyate शिक्षा घ्राणन्तु वेदस्य मुखं व्याकरणं स्मृतं तस्मात् सांगमधीत्यैव ब्रह्मलोके महीयते. तो कल्पशास्त्र इज हस्तौ कल्पोत पठ्यते. So Kalpa Shastra is the hand of the Veda Purusha. So it is especially intended for the proper application for the Vedic texts. The Kalpa Sutra are those which in their contents are directly connected with the Brahmanas and Aranyakas. It was the ritual Kalpa, the chief contents of the Brahmanas, which first received systematic treatment in the manuals called the Kalpa Sutras. They contain the rules in the Sutra style, referring to Yajna. Like Paniniya Ashtadhyay, there is also a Sutra study. We talk about that, Iko Yanachi. So same, if we are going to perform a ritual, then there are a lot of the sutras. There are 4 sutras we are going to talk about here. They are more practical than the Brahmana Granthas. It most part of the taken of the mystical, historical, etymological, and theological discussion. They are also considered significant for the study of Vedic culture and society. So there are 4 types of the Kalpa Sutra. There are 4 types of the Kalpa Sutras, Shrauta Sutras, dealing with the Shrauta Yajna. We all understand about that, the Soma Yajna, Darsha Purnamasa Yajna, Nirudha Pashubandha Yajna, and Chaturmasa Yajna. These Yajna are related to the Shrauta Sutras. So there are 2 types of the Yajna, Shrauta Yajna and Smarta Yajna. So Smarta Yajna, after marriage, people, the Brahmins are performing the Smarta Yajna. And after that, they will do the Shrautadhan. There are 2 types of the Adhanam. Adhanam means they are going to do the worship of fire. So it is a sacred fire ceremony. So first they have to do the Smartadhanam, and after that they do the Shrautadhanam. So Shrautadhanam means they have to perform Agnyadhanam, Darshapurnamasa Yajnam, Chaturmasa Yajnam, and after Nirudha Pashubandha Yajnam, and after that the Soma Yajnam, and after the Vajpaya Yajnam, lot of the Yajnas are, they have to perform it. So Shrauta Sutras dealing with the Shrauta Yajna. After that, the Grihiya Sutras. Grihiya Sutras dealing with the domestic ceremonies. So, and after that, Dharma Sutras dealing with the dharma and social laws. Apastamba Dharma Sutra, Gautama Dharma Sutra. There are many Dharma Sutras. Also, Manusmriti and Yagyavalkya Smriti are also related to the Dharma Sutras. What should we do? What should we not do? Like these type of the rituals, they have to understand it. And Shulba Sutras dealing with the rules of measurement of the fire altar, etc. There are 4 types of the Kalpa. Kalpa has a 4 variation. So first Shrauta Sutra, Grihiya Sutra, Dharma Sutra, and after that the Shulba Sutras. So Shrauta Sutra, they have to, they know they are going to do the perform a Shrauta Yajna. They have to follow the Shrauta Sutras principles. And if they are going to do the Smarta Yajnam, they have to perform, they have to take a Grihiya Sutras. And Dharma Sutra, what should we do? What should we not do? What should we eat? What should we do? So probably the rituals, how we live in this loka. So Dharma Sutras are dealing with these things. And each Veda has a different type of these 4 varieties. Like Rig Veda has a different, and Yajur Veda has a different rules of the living things in this loka. So this is related to the different types of the priest of the Vedas. And Shulba Sutra, previously now also they are doing the Yajna and they are making some fire altar. So how to make it? What is the rules? Previously they don't have a measurement style. So how they use it and did it. So if you are going to understand the Shulba Sutra, then you can understand. I think there is a Shena Yajna, like a bird who Mahin Syat Sarva Bhutani. There is a sentence. So if someone is going to do the bad things to us, so how we protect us So we have to perform a Shena Yagya. Shene Nabhicharan Yajeta, Abhichar Yagya, Maranam, Mohanam, Uchatanam, like these types of the Yagya. But our Shastra says that we don't have to perform these Yagya in Kali Yuga because of lot of the mantras and lot of the Yagyas are going to kill it. Kill it means they are not going to giving the benefit when we are going to do the perform that Yagya. Kill it means they don't have that types of energy. If someone knows about that how to decode the yagya, then that yagya will help us. So there are 4 types of the kalpas. If we are going to understand the rituals, definitely we have to understand the kalpa shastra. That's why the definition given by our seers, our rishis, kalpyate samarthyate yagaha prayogaha atra iti kalpaha. Next, we are going to understand Jyotisha Shastra. Jyotisha Mayanan Chakshuhu. Jyotish is the eye of the Veda Purusha. So the Vedanga Jyotisha is called the eye, the organ of sight of the Veda Purusha. The object of Jyotisha, Vedanga, is to convey such knowledge of days and hours of the Vedic Yagya. It gives some rules for calculating and fixing time for yagya, what is a good muhurta, auspicious time to perform that yagya, and then after that we attain our goal. Probably our main goal is to get salvation. But nowadays we want many things. We want good job, good everything. Like we want a Adi Bhautik benefit. So normally Vedas and Shastras are going to teach us if we are going to attain in this loka like these things, material things, then this is not a correct things to attain it. We have to attain salvation, then we have to perform these things. There are 2 types of salvation. When you all are going to understand Vedanta Shastra, the gurus will teach you there are 2 types of salvation, Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. So they will teach you what is the meaning of the Jivan Mukti and what is the meaning of Videha Mukti. So there are 2 types of salvation. So definitely, if we want to perform these yagya, then we have to think about the auspicious muhurta, because without Jyotish Shastra, we are unable to find an auspicious muhurta. That's why Jyotish Shastra is very important. So Lagadhacharya is the founder of the Jyotish Shastra. So also in Vedanga Jyotisha, there is a shloka, Yatha Shikha Mayurana Naganam Manayo Yatha Tadavad Vedanga Shastranam Jyotisham Murdhanistitam. So Yatha Shikha Mayurana. Peacock has a shikha on his forehead. So that is very important when we are going to see the peacock. And it looks very nice. And it very important parts organ of the peacock. Naganam Madayoyatha, and all the sarpas has a madi. Not all the sarpas, but some of the sarpas. And if sarpas has a madi, that is a very, very, very good things. If they sarpas has a madi, they have to do their own things, whatever they want. Then after same things, if we are going to understand the Veda, Jyotish Shastra is the very crucial for us. So Jyotish Shastra, we have to understand it. So that's why Lagadhacharya has written about that, Jyotisham Murdhanisthitam. A lot of the maths are also there. So if there are, now we are understanding the Jyotish Shastra is very different. Previously, Lagadhacharya, Vedic Jyotish are very different. But nowadays, a lot of people are saying they are going to learn Vedic Jyotisha. But in the Vedic Jyotish, there are only 32 or 40 shlokas are there available in this time. So if we want to learn it, we have to explore it. That's why we have to understand the Vedic Jyotisha. Another is it gives some rules of calculating and fixing time for yajna. In the Brahmanas and Aranyakas, we find frequent allusion to astronomical subjects, and even in the hymns, we find traces which indicate a certain advance in the observation of the moon. Generally, Maharshi Lagadha is regarded as the author of this Vedaangas Jyotisha. This is a very difficult text and therefore is not clear on several points to scholars even today. We find many Sanskrit treatises on astronomy and mathematical calculation like Bhaskaracharya, Varaha Mihira, and Aryabhatta are known ancient scholars conversant with these scientific subjects. The principles established by them are in use in the modern world. So Jyotisha write time for rituals with the help of position of nakshatra and astreams and astronomy. These auxiliary Vedic disciplines focus on timekeeping. So we understand that how important Jyotisha Shastra. So really, Vedaangas are helping to understand Vedas. Vedic principles. Lot of people nowadays want to learn Vedas, but they don't know what they don't know what they are going to learn it. Without purpose, they want to learn Vedas only because a lot of the scholars are saying that everything is in Vedas. But if you are going to understand only Vedas, we are unable to understand Vedas. So that's why we need to learn Veda with Vedaangas and Upavedas also. That's why, because a lot of things are here in Vedanga Shastras. Probably you are going to chant the mantras, but you don't know how to chant. But so you go to the library or you go to the shop and you can buy a book and just going to read it. But that would be not helpful for you. If you want to learn it, you have to go to a guru, and guru can teach you. But it will take a lot of time if you going to complete a Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Athar Veda, and after that the Vedaangas, after that the Upavedas. It will take 20 years to understand it. So that's why it is a very difficult. So my suggestion is you all are going to learn essence of the Vedas. So that would be very nice for you. Essence is Rig Veda has a lot of things. Yajur Veda has it. So we are going to understand the essence of the Vedas. That's why it is an introductory class. So introduction about the Vedas. Now we are going to understand the Upavedas. So in addition, each of Vedas consists of a secondary knowledge source of their Ayurveda is the Upaveda of Rig Veda. Ayurveda, like a lot of medicinal theories are there. And Dhanur Veda is the Upaveda of Yajur Veda, and a lot of the weapons, how to make weapons, and shastras. So we can understand in this Dhanur Veda. And Gandharva Veda is Upaveda for Samaveda, and Artha Shastra for the Atharva Veda. Also, Stapatya Vidya or any other like a Shilpa Vidya are also related to the Atharva Veda. So the Vedas are mainly for performing the yajna as quoted. Veda hi yagyartha bhavipravritta kalanupurva vihitascha yajyaha tasmadidam kalavidhana shastram yod jyotisham veda saveda yajnana. That means previously Satyuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga. All the three yugas people can do with the yajna. If whatever they want, they can fix it with yajna. But in Kali Yuga, that is not possible. So because of the lot of the mantras are going to they are not giving their beauty, and they are not going their power, because the all mantra are going to kilitam. So if we are if we are going to understand how to decode the mantras, then mantra will helpful for us. So that's why Kali Yuga is very different. So Tulasi Das is saying about that in Ramacharitmanas, Kali Yuga kevala nama adhara. So Kali Yuga is only for the Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna. So these are very essential for that if we are going to do the Namak Sankirtanam. We have to understand Vedas, and if the Pandit are very powerful, they are doing the Sandhya Vandanam and lot of the penance, then that Pandit can perform a yajna for you. Definitely that would be helpful for you. So this is the Veda part. We understand about that. Now we are going to understand the Dharma Shastra. So just I completed the Veda and Vedaangas, and now I'm going to share my screen about the Dharma Shastra. So we are going to understand in about the Dharma Shastra. So what is the meaning of Dharma Shastra and Dharma Lakshanam? And after that, the 16 samskaras and Stri Dharma, Varnashram Dharma, Prayashchittam, and Shraddham and Ashaucham. So there are many topics. So just I want to share about that. These topics are related to the Dharma Shastras. So a lot of the Shastrartha is also spiritual debate about it. Some of the rishis are saying that there are 4 dharma. Some of the rishis are saying that 10 dharmas, and different dharma lakshana, dharma's definition they are giving it. So some of the spiritual debate are happening, but I want to share these things. So we have 2 days, I think, today and tomorrow. So just I want to think about that, how I complete this session. Otherwise, definitely I'll share these my this slides. So definitely it will be helpful for you. So what is the meaning of Dharma Shastra? Dharma, the Shastra in Sanskrit Hindu literature are the textbook of religious and legal duty. Shastra literally means rule. Shamshanat iti Shastram. Like, so Shastra literally means rules, command, code of laws, science. And these works are focused on many different subjects, including the 3 principal goals of human beings: dharma, law, artha, wealth, profit, business, and or property, and kama, passion, desire, and pleasure. The Dharma Shastra concerns dharma, a concept that incorporates the nature of the world. Eternal or cosmic law and social law applied to rituals and life cycle, rites, procedures for resolving disputes, and penalties for violation of these rules. The Artha Shastra concern economic affairs, and the Kama Shastra concern love generally and pleasure in particular. The best known of its component work in the Western worlds is the Kama Sutra, but we are not thinking about that. Only Westerns are thinking that. Though contrary to popular belief, it is not a sex book. It is a very, very different book, but only one chapter are related to the Kama Shastra, Kama Sutra. Other 13 chapters are very different. So these texts are composed of books from individual school of Vedic and Sanskrit commentary. Each school often contributing a sutras named for the school. The Dharma Shastra includes the following Dharma Sutras like Gautama Dharma Sutras. We understand about the Kalpa Shastra. So Dharma Sutras are related to here also. So Dharma Shastra are also related to Dharma Sutras, Sutra from the Kalpa Shastra. So Gautama Dharma Sutra, Bodhayan Dharma Sutra, Apastamba Dharma Sutra, Vasishtha Dharma Sutra, Vishnu and Vaikhanas, as well the metrical laws of Manu and Yajnavalkya. The Shastras, including the Dharma Shastras, are classified as Smriti, like Yajnavalkya Smriti, Manu Smriti, a word indicating what is remembered, as distinct from the Vedas and the Upanishads, which are Shruti. Shruti means what is heard, and the Vedas and the Upanishads are considered to be divinely perceived. That is, the early seers were held to have perceived eternal truths, and the Dharma Shastra as well as other Smriti texts are thought and explanation of Hindu scholars in response to the Shruti book. Chronologically, the sutras of the Dharma Shastra follow sometime after the Vedic period, but these works have been notoriously difficult to date. Most scholars agree, however, that the first 3 sutras from which selections are included in this volume, Gautama, Apastamba, and Vasishtha, fall sometime between the 6th century BC and the 1st century BC, while the laws of Manu probably date from between about 200 BC to 200 AD from the time of their composition. The works of the Dharma Shastra have played a significant role in influencing Hindu culture and law. In fact, the Shastras were still being cited in case of legal contracts as late as the mid-19th century in some regions of India. The Gautama Dharma Sutra, the oldest of the texts of the Dharma Shastra, probably composed sometime between 600 or 400 BC, concern the sources of dharma, standards of both students and the unintended, the 4 stages of life, like dharma, artha, kama, moksha, penance rules, and concerning impurity and many other regulations and the rituals for Hindu life. The section presented here concern impurity and holds that after the burial of suicide victims who voluntarily sought death, purity rather than impurity follows for their relations. So different Dharma Sutras are teaching us different things. So many Dharma Sutras, like Dharma Sutra, Apastamba, and Vasishtha, and Manu, probably Gautama Dharma Sutra. So they're giving their knowledge about that, how to live. So Gautama Dharma Sutras are related to the Rig Veda, and Apastamba Dharma Sutra is related to the Yajur Veda. Vaikhanas are related to the, I think, Samaveda. So Gautam also related to the Samaveda also. So they have a different opinion about that. This Dharma Sutras, rishis are giving their own first the pramana of the Veda. So Shruti, like I'm giving an example, then you all understand it. Mahim syat sarva bhutani. Like we don't have to do the hinsa. We don't have to kill anyone. It is a universal law of the Vedic period. But how the people can understand it, then the Smriti Shastra are going to help them. If you are going to kill anyone, you have these type of the sin. Like you are going to the hell, Vishadi hell, Visarpi hell, lot of the hell are there. So this is just these are sin, and if you are going to do it, you are going in a naraka. So the Vedic principles, how the Smriti Shastras, rishis are going to teach people, and after that the Purana. So after Veda, Shruti, Smriti, and after that the Puranas. So Purana has a stories about that someone, the king has done this type of the sin, and after that he died like this, and he went to the Narak Loka, and so that type the stories they are building it, and then Purana Shastras are teaching us. So generally people understand about the story and what happened there. So universal law, they are not thinking about it. So that's how the Vedas, Shastras, and Purana are connected. That's why I'm telling that there are a lot of sutras I hear, and definitely if I'm going to tell about the each sutras, it will take a lot of time to understand it, like a Gautam Sutras, and those who are and Apastamba Sutras and Vasishta Sutras and the law of Manu. It is a very familiar in nowadays. A lot of people are saying that Manu is not a good rishis and he has done bad for the other caste. But I am telling that Manu is the greatest scholar of the world, and he because we are thinking about this time, but when they made it for the universal, that law applies in Satyuga, in Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga, and Kal Yuga. So they has written about the law for the 4 Yuga, not for the Kal Yuga, not for the Satyuga, not for the Treta Yuga. So that's why you are not understanding it. They said that Vedo Khilo Dharma Bhulam. Veda is a root of the all the dharmas. So that principle applied in Satyuga also, Treta and Dwapar and Kal Yuga. So normally we have done it about that the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. So it happened Satyuga, Treta and Dwapar also. So it happening in Kal Yuga also. But when we see the miracle, then we say that this is the perfect things. So chamatkar ko namaskar. In Hindi, we are saying that chamatkar ko namaskar. But whatever law has written by the rishis, that is universal law, not for a particular time or particular date. So that's why a lot of the contradiction about that the law. So if we are going to understand with the broadly and universally, then we could understand about it. So I think you all can read it about the Vishnu Smritis. Now we have to understand about the Dharma Lakshana. So what is the meaning of Dharma Lakshana? Shastra, we know about that means the rules, and Dharma, Dharana Dharma ityahu, Dharmo Dharayate Prajaha. So it is a Lakshana about some Agama Shastra, but here the Manu Smriti is going to tell about the 10 principles of the Dharma. Even when we are going to start it, so Athato Dharma Jigyasa from the Mimamsa Shastra, Purva Mimamsa. And after we complete our Dharma Jigyasa, then we are going to understand the Brahma Jigyasa. So in Mimamsa, the Shat Darshana Mimamsa is very important, Darshan. And also, if we are going to understand the Veda meaning, Veda's meaning, so Mimamsa is very important. So there are 2 types of Mimamsas, Purva Mimamsa and Uttar Mimamsa. So Purva Mimamsa started from the first sutras. That sutra is a Athato Dharma Jigyasa. Now we have to understand about the Dharma. And after when we complete our Dharma Jigyasa, then we are going to understand the Uttar Mimamsa. And Uttar Mimamsa's first sutra is Athato Brahma Jigyasa. So without dharma, we are not going to understand Brahma. So dharma, first we have to understand about the dharma, and after that, understand about the Brahma. So it is very good topic to understand about these things. So there are 10 principles of the dharmas, commandments of dharma as per Manusmriti. Dhritihi kshama, damosteyah, shauchamindriya nigraha, dhir vidya sakyamakrodha, dashakam dharma lakshanam. So which means that these 10 signs indicative of dharmas are as follow. Dhriti. So fortitude is reflected in the form of the courage and strength when facing pains or troubles in life. Dhriti means dhairya. Now, normally we have to understand it. It means the patience which is exhibited by a person even in case of difficulties of life. So first lakshana of the Dharma Shastra, Dharma is dhriti, dhairya. Next is the kshama. Kshama means ability to forgive and forget. Forgiveness is not an attribute of a weak but only a spiritually strong, composed and broad-minded person can forgive even his enemies for their misdeeds. People who are slaves of their own emotions and mood swings can never exhibit such as a attribute and are unable to forgive even the small mistakes done by their best of the friends. Next is the damaha, control over mind and desire. Damaha. All the decision in life of a person should not be governed by his uncontrolled desires, but should be taken by stable mind, unaffected from worldly, sensational craving and emotion of attachment and fear. So dhritihi kshama dama. Next is the asteyaha, non-stealing exhibited by the attributes like honesty and integrity. The person should believe in taking the ownership of only those things which are earned by hard work and labor. So asteyaha means chori, who are stealing something. Asteyaha, not stealing anything. So definitely these things are very important. We can understand in our life if you are doing the dharma or not. So dhritihi kshama damaha asteyaha shaucham. Shaucham is suchita, purity. Indicates it internal and as well external purity. The person should not only take care of his body and surroundings for cleanliness, but also should try to make his mind pure without any negative emotions, desires, and attachments. So purity is very important, Shuchita, in our Shastra. Probably we can take shower, but we are not taking our manas and chitta shower. So mind are very important to take shower of the good things, spiritual things. And indriya nigraha, this is very important. Control of sensory organs. Every human being perceives this word by 5 senses, indriya, given by God, which are ears, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. Man perceives shabda, sparsha, roop, rasa, gandha, sound, touch, form, taste, and smell. By the help of these sensory organs, respectively, control of all these senses and not allowing negative stimulation to make an impression in the groups of mind is called indriya nigraha, sense control. This art is also called mind control. Scriptures prescribes various methods, yoga, to achieve this. Meditation is one among those methods. This indriya nigraha is very important. Just I'm giving an example. Our tongue, some of the people like ice cream. If we are not giving them ice cream, they are very angry about us. Why? Because their taste, their tongue wants that ice cream. Their mind doesn't want that ice cream, but they don't have a indriya nigraha. So if they control their indriyas, then they can control others' indriyas. First, we have to control our indriyas, our senses. Then after that, we have ability to control others. But normally, we are going to control others. You don't have, like we are giving an example to them. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. But we are not controlling our things. We have to control first ourselves. Then we have to control others. So that's why Indriya Nigra are very important. If we can control our Indriyas, we are like a Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan also controlled their Indriyas. So that's a Bhagavan, this Bhagaha Asti Yasya Sa Bhagavan. There are 6 types of the Bhagam. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya, Dharmasya Yashasasriya, Dhira Vidya Satyam Jnana Vairagyoshchaiva Shannam Bhaga iti Ranaha. So there are 6 types of the Bhagam. Who has that ability, that is called the Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, like that, I'm telling about the Parabrahma, Paramatma, Parameshwara. Bhagavan means who has these 6 things, that is called the Bhagavan. So Aishwaryasya Samagrasya, Dharmasya Yashashaha Shriyaha, Jnana Vairagya Yoshtiva Shannam Bhaga iti Ranaha. So after that, the Dhi means Buddhi, wisdom. So wisdom indicates the power of discriminate between right and wrong. This helps a person while adhering to his dharma, and he is able to analyze and identify the right path to proceed irrespective of the difficulties in his way and temptation to take an easier but wrong path. After that, the Vidya, knowledge, not an educational knowledge. Knowledge is here also knowledge means Vidya means also a wisdom. To the education as well as the practical knowledge about laws of life. जीवन जीने की कला, art of life. And the knowledge should always be crowned with humility. A person who is down to earth with humanity is a real knowledgeable person. And then after the Satyam, truthfulness. The essence of life is seeking the truth and following the path of truthfulness. It not only helps a person in living a peaceful life, but also acts as a strong spiritual armor, providing strength to the person in most difficult situations in life. And after that, akrodha. Krodha means angry. Akrodha, absence of anger, which means the person is not angered under all circumstances and remain composed in spite of all provocations. And it is observed generally, if we take a vow any day to not to be angry on anybody, on any subject that day, time tests us hard on the very day, and all the circumstances are built in such a way so as to provoke us to become angry. We should keep patience in such a scenario and prepare ourselves strongly for the victory of our willpower over our emotions at the end of the day. All the above symptoms, attributes are the primary factors responsible to keep everything in harmony with the law of cosmos, dharma. The person with the above attributes is a perfect person prepared completely for his journey to the self-realization, self-salvation. So I'm telling about that these 10 principles of the dharma. Another seers are telling about that the dharma's lakshan definition about the Veda Pratipadyaha Prayojanabadarthaha Dharmaha Arthaha Dharmaha. Dharma means whatever in our Vedas, we have to follow it, and that is the Dharma from the Mimamsa Shastra. Another seers telling about Jaimini seers is telling about Dharma, Yagadireva Dharma. If we are going to performing yajna, that is the Dharma. Another seer telling about that the Yato Bhyudaya Nisreyasa Siddhihi Sadharmaha. So Abhyudaya Nisreyasa Siddhihi means if we do a good things, and that would be our Abhyudayam. So that is the Dharma. So many rishis are giving their own examples, but probably the essence of the examples are these 10 things I shared with you. If you follow these 10 things, we are following the Dharma. And another Dharma is telling about the Vyas Munis. Ashtadasha Puraneshu Vyasasya Vachanadvayam Paropakaraha Punyaya Papaya Parapidanam. The best sacred is Paropakaraha. Paropakara means if we are helping someone, that is the Paropakara. And what is the sin? Biggest sin is if we hurt someone. So the best dharma is we should have to do the Paropakaram. If we have an education, we can give education to someone. If we have a money, then we have to give money to the needy people. If we have a house, we have to give a shelter to someone. If we have a food, we have to offer someone for the food, or do the annadana seva like this. So probably whatever we have and we can think it to give someone, that would be very nice. That is the Paropakaraha. It's the biggest dharma in Kali Yuga. Because these dharma definitely we have to follow, because we have a strong faith on Vedas. So I am following these things because I have a strong faith on Vedas. But normally I am telling that if we are unable to do these 10 things or other dharmic things, then we have to understand about we are a human being and how we help these humanities. So definitely we have to do the Paropakaraha. So Paropakaraha Punyaya Papaya Parapidanam. If we are going to hurt someone, that is the biggest sin in the world. So this is from the Vyasa Muni. Vyasa, Veda Vyas has given his book in his Shastras. And then after that, we have to understand a lot of the dharma definition are there. So I'm not going to conclude here. Only the main things I concluded here. And after that, the 16 samskaras in samskaras, like 16 samskaras in Hinduism, and their relevance from the past to the present. So like the sanskara as preached through Vedas inculcate in a person the karmas of life. They subconsciously leave impressions in people's minds which build their characteristic behavior and perception of the world. This insight brings them stability, calmness, and inner peace. As one fails to decide which way to proceed in life, He relies on the samskaras or sanskara to provide guidance. The Vedic scriptures identify 40 samskaras. The 60 major samskaras, known as the Shodasha samskaras, are the most pious ones in Hinduism. Every aspect of the life is sacred, and before the auspicious beginning of any activity, there is a celebration, the celebration of the rites of passage of a man to different levels or stages of life, from conception to cremation, from the samskaras. So janmas, from birth to death. This is the 16 samskaras. So prenatal samskaras, garbhadhana samskaras, ceremony of conception. As the name suggests, garbhadhana is the bestowing of wealth into the garbha, the mother's womb. In other words, garbhadhana means gifting the womb. The samskara is performed after the couple is united in holy matrimony. It is the first known rites of a human and begins before conception, garbhadhana samskara. Earlier, the main principle of marriage was to forward the lineage. Therefore, it was considered important for a newly married couple to cleanse their mind and soul of any negative thoughts resulting in problems during the conception of the child. This samskara aims at bringing harmony between the newlyweds who resolve to treat each other with respect and love. So, how this is a science. If the both are in a very, if both are husband and wife are doing this samskara, garbhadhana samskara. So, in our Shastra, in Sanatana Dharma, first they went to the Pandit, a priest, and they asked for a spiritual auspicious date. Which date is very good for us? And after that, they try for it. And before they took a shower and pray the God, and after that they come for it. So you know that how the samskara is very important. So probably if they are doing previously, the rishis were doing it, these samskara, so son also become a rishis. They have a very good, they have a very good mind and good ability, lot of potentials. Nowadays, lot of children have a potential, but they are not using their proper potential. They have a, after 20 years, they have anxiety, they have a depression, they have a lot of things. Previously, it not happened. We never heard about the anxiety and other things in our life. So when also in Gurukul systems, children doesn't know about that anxiety and depression. They are living their life with enjoy and such is anand. So they every time doing they are understanding about the ananda every time. When they are studying, that is the anandam. When they are playing, that is the anandam. When they are fighting each other, also they are feeling that this is the anandam. So this is the things about that, the how the first samskara are very essential in our life, because we are going to come this loka. So that is the conception of that samskara, garbhadhana samskara. After that, the pumsavana samskara secure the birth of the child. Pumsavan is the ritual conducted in or after the 3rd month of pregnancy, and usually before the fetus started moving inside the womb, and the ceremony celebrates the rites of passage of the developing fetus. Logically, when the pregnancy begins to show at the beginning of the trimesters, the mother and the child must be given food and essential herbs. This helps in the proper development of the fetus and reduces the risk associated with the childbirth. The Pumsavan Samskara, the second Samskara is the Pumsavan Samskara. Probably we have to do the on 3rd month. And after that, the Simanto Nayana Samskara. So parting the hair. So Simanto Nayan is usually performed in the 5th or 7th month of pregnancy, where the husband parts the hair of his wife. This ceremony is performed for the health and long life for the mother and the child in the womb. The samskara is similar to modern baby shower, where the relatives of the couples gift sweets, savories, and items that the child might need after its birth. Normally, Simanton and Sanskara, it's not happening in North India. In South India, they are performing Pom Samana and Simanton Naina, but North India, they are not performing. But they are performing like a God Bharai. In Hindi, they said God Bharai Samskar. So they are performing, but they are not inviting a priest to do it. Normally, parting the hair, this is another thing. The hair is the husband is going to care a lot of his wife in this time. So that is they are showing that emotions to each other. We are here to support you always, because the mother is going to give a very, very auspicious gift for their family. So that's why all the family members are going to take care of her. So that is the Simanto Nayana Samskara. That after that, the childhood samskara. These 3 samskaras our parents are doing: Garbhadhana, Simanto Nayana, and Pumsavana. And after that, we are going to childhood samskara, Jata Karma, natal rites. So the samskara identifies the bonding between the father and the baby after the birth, after its birth. And according to the scriptures, the father performs this samskara before cutting of the umbilical cord of the newborn child from that of the mother. Following the traditional Jatakarma ritual, the father welcomes the baby by touching the baby's lips with honey and tea. So Jatakarma Sanskara, you all know about that, cutting the cord of that. And after that, the Namakarana Sanskara, ceremony for naming the child. So the ancient Vedic ceremony of naming a child is usually done on the 11th or 12th day after birth. But nowadays, when the child has born, people are giving the name. So this is also some samskara, how we are going to give a name to the child. So probably after 11th, we are going, after 10 days, we are going to do it. So probably in 11th or 12th day, we are giving a name of the child, which is decided as a per traditional base of naming. The Namakarana ceremony takes place in the presence of family members and relatives to give an identity to the newborn. Or there are 4 names, not only one names. First is the nakshatra name, and second is the father is giving his name, and third the confidential name. So it is about our birth chart. So there is a different name. When we are going to perform some rituals, then we are going to marry someone, then we have to think about that confidential name. And fourth is the like a normal name. Some family members are going to do it. So nickname probably said. So there are 4 names we have to take each person. So this is the topic are very broad. If we are going to talk about each topic, it will take a lot of times. But normally, just I am going to say about that each topics. Next is the Nishkramana Samskara, first outing for showing the sun. So the literal meaning of the Nishkramana is going out, coming forth. In the 4th month after the baby's birth, parents take the baby out of the home, generally to a nearby temple. The baby formally meets the world for the first time. Impression in the child's mind are formed based on what it sees and hears in this world. This rituals marks the beginning of the baby's mental growth. So probably previously the baby did not go to the hospitals. All houses has a prasuti griha. So where the baby born, and after 4 months they want to see sun and blessing of the Bhagavan Surya. So that's why they went out and they went to the temple and they are showing their blessings. They want sun's blessings, then they do the Nishkramana Samskara. And after that, the Annaprashana. So I think Garbhadhana, Jatakarma, Pumsavana, Simantonena, Jatakarma, and Nishkramana, we are not performing. Only people are performing Namakarana Samskara in these 6. So after that, the Annaprashana, first feeding with boiled rice in 6 months. Shashtena Prashanam, that is the sutras, formula of the, when we are going to do the Annaprashan Samskara, so the formula is Shashtena Prasanam. We are going to perform Annaprashana in 6th month. So Annaprashana ceremony is performed in the 6th month, or when there is visible growth of the first teeth. It marks the first time a baby eats solid food, typically containing cooked rice. Until now, the baby was nourished only through breast milk, mother milk, and this ceremony is done to bring good health, radiance, and physical strength to the child. And after that, the Chuda Karma Samskara, arrangement of the hair cut, and also known as Mundana Sanskara. In North India, people are saying Mundana Sanskara. In South India, Chuda Karma Sanskara. It marks the child's first haircut. This Sanskara represents a new phase of life where the baby's hair is cut and the nails are trimmed, symbolizing a cleansing, renewal, and new growth. Scientifically, the hair on the head gives us protection from different harmful elements in the environment, apart from enhancing our appearance. The new hair that grows is strong and clean, explaining the purpose of this samskara. So thank you so much. I think we should have to stop here. And tomorrow we are going to understand the Karana Veda Samskara to the Antyeshti Samskara. And I hope you all have a lot of questions about today's session. So now we are going to start our question answer session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tripati ji. Yeah, it's a very interesting topic today. I hope a lot of people enjoyed it and have questions. Unlike the previous theoretical classes, these are very, very practical ones today. Regarding the Dharma Shastras, definitely people may be having doubts. Yes. I mean, Mallikarjuna garu, unmute and ask your question.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, you have explained the lakshanas of dharma in Truti, Kshama, Damas, like that 10 given, sir. While explaining that, you have explained about 6 types of Bhagam.
Bhagavan.
You have taken the example of Bhagavanta. The meaning of Bhagavanta came from 6 lakshanas of Bhagam.
Yes.
But I could not understand the 6 types you have explained in Sanskrit sloka.
Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Aishwarya samagra Aishwarya. That means the prosperity, all types of the prosperity.
Aishwarya.
There are many spiritual prosperity, material prosperity.
Sir.
So Aishwaryasya samagrasya, who has a spiritual of prosperity and material prosperity, and dharmasya, and dharma after that, dharma. Aishwarya, dharma, and yashaha. Yashaha means kirti. So Aishwarya samagrasya, Aishwarya samagrasya, dharma shriya, and shriya. Shriya means not a Lakshmi here. Shriya means all there are 64 kalas, skills.
Yes.
So
Sir.
only we have 2-3 skills like swimming. This is also swimming, learning. So there are 64 types of skills. Only Krishna has, Bhagavan Krishna has these 64 types of skills.
Sir.
So who has that skills like Shriya and Lakshmi also we can say here. So skills with Lakshmi, like ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य धर्मस्य यशसः श्रियः ज्ञान वैराग्यः, knowledge and detachment, ज्ञानः वैराग्यः, यो सन्नाम भगैतिरण. There are 6 things.
Okay, sir.
I hope you understand.
Aishwarya, spiritual, dharma, yashaha, shriyaha, gnana, vairagya.
All
these lakshanas are hidden in Bhagavanta. These are all controlled. That's why you are.
Who has these ability, that is called the Bhagavan. If we have, we are a Bhagavan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And also, what is the meaning of devas? So devaha, dyotanadva, danadva. So who can give us anything? That is the devata. And also who dyotanadva, who like our guru is like a devata. So they give a good things for us, and then we are following the things. And dyotan, prakashan, happening the prakashan in our life, like this. Okay, next.
Thank you, sir. Thank
you. Lakshmi Kanta garu.
Subhodayam Guruji, Vedas and Vedic knowledge are supposed to be eternal, and it's been accused that Vedas have incorporated occult practices. Is that true? And if it is true, are those occult practices specific to a particular period in our evolution, or they are continuing misinterpreted and it's going on?
So you are talking about the occult means Tantra Vidya.
That plus Narabali, Jantubali, these sort of things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have to give you a diplomatic answer. Because sometimes it happened, but probably the principle of the Vedas, they are not allowing us to do the abhichara karma. That is not a yajna. Shene na abhicharan yajeta. There is a sentence. If we are going to do the abhichara karma, we have to do the shena yajna. But Veda denied that if you are going to do that yajna, that is not a yajna. That is the anartha yajna. That is the artha yajna. That is the anartha yajna. So probably it's happening, but the Vedas especially denied it. There is a yajna because praptau satyam nishedha. Previously, ye prapta tha humko. You have to do it. But after that, sometimes they denied it. They don't have to do it. So probably it happened previous Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga. I think I have to tell that. But Kali Yuga, it is not allowed. Kali Yuga is only for the Ram Nam Samkirtanam is the very best things. So only it is here in Kali Yuga.
So does it also mean that certain practices are limited to certain yugas and they are not transcendental across yugas?
Yeah, if I answer that, then it's a contradiction. Because if Vedas are eternal, so it is helping to our 4 yugas. But some of the rishis are finding that marga. There are 2 types of marga, Vama marga and Dakshina marga. So people want salvation. Some of the people are going to the Dakshina marga and some of the people are going to the Vama marga. But they all are want salvation. So they have a different opinion about it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Dr.
Very nice question. Really, it will take a lot of time to do the debate about these topics, because definitely we have to understand it. So it will take time. A lot of the granthas saying different things. Seers are saying different things. So definitely it will take time to understand it. Sorry if I answered you. If you understand it, that would be very nice. Other than we can meet and talk about a lot about it.
Thank you, Guruji. Actually, I'm going to do additional research on that, in my own private time. But I just wanted to ask that question, and get your response. Thanks.
Yeah, do the research, and if you want the any help from me, then definitely I'll help you.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Sujit Kumarji.
Yeah, Guruji, pranam. In the 10th Dharma Lakshana you talked about, the akrodaha. So that is about the absence of anger. So in all of us, there are times when we are frustrated because what we expected did not happen, or what, despite our best effort, still things went wrong because somebody did something, you blame someone. So anger is inbuilt into the human nature. How do you create this as a normal practice, that despite any external stimulation, you do not get angry? How is that possible in a normal life? Unless you have sannyas or you're on a kalpa yoga, you're out of normal interactions with people, possible. But when you're in the standard life where no, you interact with the people, your workers, your crew, your whole factory, people who deliver to you, something always keeps going wrong every day. And there are
Yeah,
moments
I
when
can
you
understand it, which is practically it is very difficult to do it. I can understand it, but there is a 10th of the lakshana. So one, first, second, third. If you follow the first lakshana, is the dhairya, patience. So when you go to the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, then after that the 10th is the akrodha. So when we have a 9 abilities, definitely we can
automatically
do
it
it.
will happen.
So it will take
Yeah.
practice, and definitely, yeah. Sorry,
And
but
this is
practically it's not very difficult to do it. But if do the practice, definitely we can do it.
Yeah, and the leading question on samskara, the Shodasha Samskara, the second one is Pumsvana.
Yeah.
You said that you give some herbs to fortify and strengthen the mother as well as the baby when the fetus is formed. Any specific herbs that we have, or
Yeah, there's
somewhere
the banyan trees, fruits.
बरगद का पेड़.
हाँ, बरगद का वो फूल होता है जो एकदम नया वाला होता है वो एकदम.
Yeah.
Thank you. धन्यवाद.
Thank you. धन्यवाद.
Okay, Sheshagiri ji.
Guruji Pranam. You are explaining Vimanta. I couldn't follow that Uttara Vimanta, the Dharma. You are explaining Dharma and Brahma. That Uttara Vimanta and another 2-3 things you explained in that. I couldn't follow that.
Yeah, Purva Mimamsa and Uttar Mimamsa. If we are going to understand the Mimamsa Darshana, there is a short from the philosophy. So Purva Mimamsa means we have to understand about the Dharma. So first sutra from the Purva Mimamsa, Athato Dharma Jigyasa. And Uttar Mimamsa's first sutra is the Brahma Jigyasa. So first we have to complete our Dharma Jigyasa, like our Grihastha life, Brahmacharya and Grihastha life. And after that, become a sannyasi, like the way. So then we have to do the Brahma Jigyasa. So from 1 year to 50 years, we have to do the Jigyasa of Dharma. And after 51, we have to do the Brahma. Like I think some of the people are after 50, so they are doing the Brahma Jigyasa here. Brahma, like we have to explore Brahma, knowledge of the Brahma.
So only 2 Vedantas, sir. Uttara and Purva, sir.
Purva Mimamsa.
And Uttara Vimanta. Okay, sir.
Purva is the first, Uttara is the after that.
Thank you. Dhanyavad.
Radha Kumari ji, you can ask your question now.
Yeah, Namaste Guruji. Pranam.
Namaste. Pranam.
You told 10 Lakshanas of Dharma, and the one of them is Dhamma. So I missed the meaning of Dhamma. And I have many more questions, but please explain. Could you explain it first?
Dhamma means ahamkara.
Aham.
Normally, if asking about the one word, Dhamma means ahankara.
So how could that be a lakshan of dharma?
Dhamasya nashaha, ahankarasya nashaha. So that is the uska nash karna hi वो संस्कार बनेगा.
Okay, sir. And some questions like yesterday we discussed etymology, Nirukta Shastra. So I wanted to know few words which like first of them is Brahman. What is the root word of Brahman and what is the meaning if we go literally? Then how would we understand?
Is the Brahma janati iti Brahmana.
Okay.
And if you are going to the Brahman books, there is Brahman is the caste and Brahmin book is the different. So that
Yes,
is the
yes,
Napunsak lingam. Napunsak lingam. Yeah. So there is a some Aya pratyay, I think, happening. We have to see it which pratyay are here, which prefix or suffix are there. So different word has a different root word and prefix and suffix.
Same I know. I want to know about Praja, Jati, and
Yeah,
Rashtra.
you can send me. I told you about that. These things.
Sir,
if
I
can't.
messaged you on WhatsApp yesterday, but it wasn't received from your side. So
Oh, just sorry. I was now I'm in Bengaluru. Yesterday I was traveling, so that's why I did not see your message.
Okay. And sir, sir, two more queries. One thing like Max Muller and after Max Muller, Risley, they used nasal length for racial profiling of Indian people, and then they corresponded it with linguistic profiling. So I couldn't understand this linguistic profiling of Vedas. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think yesterday I told about it. Kasmai Devaya Habisha Vidhema. So I think yesterday or first day we talk about it. So I think this is a very broad topic. We can discuss after that. I think we.
Okay, sir. And one, जो सर एक बात होती है पुरुष सूक्त में जो बताया गया कि शूद्र की उत्पत्ति पुरुष के जंघा से या पैर से, एक तो क्या है वो एग्जैक्टली चरण है या जंघा है?
चरण
पैरों से बताई गई. और ब्राह्मण की उत्पत्ति मुख से है या मस्तक से है? ये श्लोक कहाँ मिल जाए? मुख से.
वही पुरुष सूक्त में ही है. सहस्र शीर्षा पुरुष सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपाद भूमि विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठ दशांग पुरुष एवेदकं सर्वयत् भूतं यच्च भूतामृतत्वस्य शानः दन्नेनात् एतावानस्य महिमा अतोज्यायागश्च पुरुषपादोऽस्य विश्वा भूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं द्वित्रिपादोद्भव दैत्पुरुषः पादोस्येहा भवातु तो विश्वं व्यक्राम शासना न सभे अभी. ऐसे करके पूरा पढ़ने के बाद से आता है, उसमें है ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखम आसीत, यहाँ से शुरू होता है. ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखम आसीत बाहुराजन्यः कृतः. लेकिन ये लिटरली मीनिंग नहीं है. ये जो आप मीनिंग पढ़ रही है नहीं. तो उसके मुंह से वो निकला, उसके मुंह से वो निकला. ये बहुत डीप मीनिंग है. इसको हम लोग यही कहना आ रहे. दयानंद सरस्वती का भाष्य पढ़ने से और अंग्रेजों का भाष्य पढ़ने से यही होगा. तो आप उसको थोड़ा डीप समझेंगे तब वो क्लियरली आप समझ पाएंगे कि वो किसका बात करेगा. देखिए ये लोग जो भाष्य लिखे हैं वो ग्रास फॉर्म में लिखे हैं और सायणाचार्य ने जो भाष्य लिखा है वो सटल फॉर्म में लिखा है. तो सूक्ष्म तरीके से जब देखेंगे तभी आपको एग्जैक्ट मिल पाएगा. नहीं तो इस पर बहुत अधिक डिबेट होगा और बहुत डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ये वो बहुत चीजें आगे घुस जाएंगी. आप इसको सटल फॉर्म में समझेंगे तभी जाके समझ पाएंगे. ये आई थिंक आपको ना अलग से ही सेशन लेना पड़ेगा. आपके पास बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन है. सो इट्स थैंक यू सो मच. ठीक है, आज बात करते हैं. हम भी थोड़ा बाहर में हैं तो आई थिंक वी हैव टू स्टॉप.
Okay. Thank you, Tripati ji. Radha Kumari ji, you can keep your questions at the right time. You can ask. Don't get disheartened. There are a lot of space, lot of opportunities to ask questions, and you will get the clarifications. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tripati ji, for taking out your time in spite of your busy schedule.
Thank you
And
so much.
thank you. You can, I think, proceed in case you are busy with your programs. And we go
Chittibabu
ahead
garu.
with, yeah.
Sir, I just want to tell you that this Shodasa Samskaras will be covered in detail in subsequent classes, sir. We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
5 classes,
Right.
so you can concentrate on other things, I think. I
Right,
just
right.
wanted.
Yeah, we'll inform member. Thank you. Okay, and now we go ahead with the next issue. Request Sharmaji to do the pradhana, please.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथ्वी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं शोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्रः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अदनः सदनः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतं सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु स्वस्ति
Swasti. Dhanyawad. Thank you, Sharmaji, for the next pradhana. Now we raise for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद जय हिंद